Hello, hello, and I am here with the amazing Corin Grillo, and she has just recently come out with a book, right, Corin? Hello.
I sure have. Yes, there's a book.
I am so excited. Okay, so this is called the 21, the Angel Experiment, 21 days to go ahead.
I don't even know it. 21 days to miraculously heal your life or magically heal your life.
To magically heal your life. It's just okay, so this is amazing because it's based off of a 21-day program that you have for your group, for your peeps, correct?
Yes, for my peeps, my international peeps. Yep. It's the first it's the I do a few different things with those programs, but it was my first 21-day program where I felt like I was taking this risk, but the angels were kind of guiding me into it. And so each day, yeah, I sat with the angels and we channeled. At the time they were calling them gifts because it was released around Christmas time. And so it's like an angel celebration, an angel holiday. And so each day they gave a new gift and we channeled it and a meditation and an activation. And so, yeah, radical things happened to people. I was so excited in the beginning because in the beginning it felt like a risk, but we've been doing this now for years. And they kind of said, hey girl, it's time to make it a book. And I'm like, all right, let's do it.
I think that's so exciting. So how long did it take you to write the book?
Oh gosh, I can't even tell you. It was like, ooh, it all came together in like different parts and pieces. I would say it came together over a series of 4 years. And
I
it,
had no idea it took that long.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
it did because I would start it and then stop and start and stop. And Tony, like I can create some stuff. Like I can start, like I'm pretty good at starting things and finishing them and putting them out to the world.
Yeah.
But the book was like foiling me. And I just couldn't, I would just like lose interest. My invisible, my invisible business wiener,
I
creative,
love that.
my
I love the
invisible
wiener.
my invisible creative wiener would go floppy and I wouldn't get to it for another year. Um, and and so it last year I sat with spirit and I was like, look, this dang book has been hovering over my head for years. Can we get it done, please? Can you help me? And they said, you're not going to get it done. Essentially, you're not going to get it done until you find a publisher. And at the time, I was not planning on finding a publisher. I wanted to self-publish. And so I said, oh, okay, we're going to go the traditional publishing route. Let's try it, maybe. But I didn't put much effort into it because there was a lot of things on my plate and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's how it got. That was the whole process. And sure enough, a publisher happened, and I finally finished the dang book.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things that I love about the book is that there's audios that are included. I mean, and you basically walk the reader through 21 days with the angels and invoking the angels and work really working and playing with them. And so there's audios that go along with that, right?
Yeah. I decided to give people the audios, the companion audios, along with the book itself, because some people, really prefer to be walked through the meditations. So, and that's how it all started. It was an audio program to begin with. So I just figured, let's just keep it real and do what we know works. So the audios are, I feel like, an essential companion to this book.
Keep it real, keep it raw. That's the way you
Keep it,
are.
keep it raw. Keep
That's
it
what
raw.
I love about you.
Yeah.
There's a little cussing. No, I
There,
don't know if there's a.
there actually is a little cussing in the book, right? And and I wasn't sure
I
if I
loved
should.
it.
Well,
I'm
and
like,
that's
this
why
is the way she talks. I
I
love this.
know, like for real. So, but that's why I wasn't going to go the traditional publishing route,
Yeah.
because my sense was I'm here to serve specific people who are who are attracted to my style, and my style is a little rough around the edges, a little raw, if you will, sometimes. And so I felt like if I watered it down in the book, like that would be doing a disservice to my people. But I also thought maybe a traditional publisher wouldn't be interested in an angel person who also speaks, you know, just regular old language. It's not always airy fairy. It's not always
Right.
airy. So Yeah, I love my publisher. They're really amazing humans.
Awesome. I'm just so excited for you. This is the coolest thing ever. We were talking a little bit before this about how sometimes you would go into the 21-day program with an idea of what you thought you were going to be talking about, and then the angels would just kind of intercede, and they'd be like, "No, that's not what you're doing, right?"
Yeah, yes, yes. I mean, there were a few hard nights. Let's put it that way. Yeah. And yeah, there was one day I totally remember this in doing these 21 days that just got published. I was sitting up at night. Okay, what's tomorrow? What are we doing tomorrow? And I was like, how about compassion? And I'm chatting with them, and I got a like strong no, not compassion, and we were towards the end of the 21 days, and I'm like, well, we have to squeeze it in somewhere. And they're like, no, we're not doing compassion. And I was like, what kind of angels don't want to give people compassion, right? But they had their own plans. And that each day builds upon the next perfectly. And compassion was my own agenda, right? But they gave 21 amazing transmissions that really do touch lives and heal lives when people work through the process.
It's so exciting. I'm just so excited for this book. I'm excited for, I want everybody on the planet to own it and to
Me
work
too.
through it.
Me too. The
Do it.
angels do too. The angels really do. They are very excited. And I don't know if I mentioned, I don't think I finished the story, but how the book actually got published was very wild, angel experience, if you will. So probably about 4 to 6 weeks after I did the meditation where they told me I'm going to find I'm supposed to find a traditional publisher. I was like, okay. I didn't do anything about it. But after a retreat that I held with some of my intuitive healing students, one of my friends who I had asked to come and support, she was in my car, and she asked if she could go down, if we could meet. I'm gonna cough a little bit.
Happens.
She asked if I could meet one of her new clients, and I said, of course. And so, oh, sure, yeah, it's on the way. Why not? So it turns out that this man is the owner of this really amazing publishing company. And I was like, listen, Lara, I can't actually tell him about my book out loud. I'm too shy. And I really don't like to kind of do that. Like, someone's inviting you into their house and giving you cappuccino, and you're like, hey, will you publish my book? Like, so not my style. So I told her I wouldn't be able to say anything, but hopefully something will happen. And so in the middle of, I think we were still having cappuccino, he looked at me and he said, do you have a book? And I said, yes, I do. I have a
Wow.
book. Thank God. I know. And on the inside, I'm telling you, on the outside, I was like calm as a cucumber, like cool as a cucumber. But on the inside, I was like a team of cheerleaders screaming and jumping and freaking out. Like, I can't believe he said that. Oh my gosh. And then me and my friend were like looking at each other like, can you believe what just happened here? You know? So he just told me to submit the book, and he would share it with his team, and the team approved it. Yeah, it took them a while, but he said they'd never seen a book get that much thumbs up. Like, usually they'll fight and there'll be infighting, like, no, that's not good, da, 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 da. But everybody agreed. Everybody was thumbs up. So that's when it's angels doing this. And
And
I'm
that's the thing that I love about you too, is that you have just so many stories of where things just kind of naturally unfolded because you just gave it up to the angels.
I know,
You know?
just listen. That's exactly, that's why I teach this stuff, because life has become significantly easier when you're working a process with spirit, with the divine, with angels. I love angels just because they really expedite manifestations, and the footprint that they leave behind is amazing. It's miraculous, weird, amazing stuff. Oh, I'm just going to drive straight up to the owner. I mean, they published The Power of Now. They published Joseph Campbell, Power of Now, Deepak Chopra, and I'm driving up to his front freaking door. It's insane.
That's the thing that's so exciting for me too. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. That's wow.
I
Mind-blowing
know.
stuff.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
I
it's the
do.
angels book. It's not my book. It's really the angels book. They're the ones
Yeah.
that are, pushing it out there.
Right. Yeah, and I feel that your message really needs to reach as many people as humanly possible. I'm a big huge fan, student, all that stuff, friend. She's amazing. Okay, so everybody, check out this book for real. Is there anything else you want to share before we go?
No, I'm excited to be on talking to you, Tony. Thank you
Me
so
too.
much for inviting me here to come chat about this book of goodness.
Yes.
And if anybody even if you're in doubt that angels are real, we welcome a healthy amount of skepticism, and
Mhm.
that's why it's called the angel experiment. It's an experiment. And if you try these steps and do them how we set them up for you, we walk you through step by step. Usually people do have some kind of experience or a deep healing or feel closer to spirit, closer to their angels. And sometimes spiritual gifts get activated. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen, but something happens.
Oh, that's so true. That happened to me.
Yeah, what happened to you?
Happened to me. I'm going to be writing all about it. So thank
All
you so much.
your spiritual gifts are activated and powerful and
Oh,
good
they
job,
are. They
Tony.
are. I have you to thank. Thank you so much for doing what you do for
Oh,
everybody. So
thank you. You're just such a little sweetheart, and thank you for all of your support. And I love you, girl.
I love you too. Mwah.